We were wanderers from the beginning. We were bounded only by the earth and the ocean and the sky. The frontier was everywhere. When the drought was prolonged, or when an unsettling chill lingered in the summer air, our group moved on. We sought a better place. We could always begin again.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my...
Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be looking at some of the best and most influential sci-fi films over the past century and seeing how that has shaped our cinema today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like rating and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Let's get on with the video. As early as 1902, Voyage dans la Lune was released by George Méliès. With the depiction of a spacecraft being launched to the moon, it is considered to be the first sci-fi flick.
I eat little babies' ice cream.
The early 20th century was the silent film era, where films would usually be about 1 to 2 minutes long and shot in black and white. The special effects in this film paved the way for the future of film. Well-known literature, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein in 1910 and Robert Louis Stevenson with Dr. Jekyll and Hyde in 1913. Both of these stories been adapted throughout the century.
It's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Here we come!
Meet Frankenstein.
Stay back if you value your life.
As film developed and became more accessible in the 1930s, more people were influenced by dialogue, sound and the effects of the Great Depression. The films were very quickly and cheaply produced, with most short films having a futuristic theme. When the ancient continent of Mu sank beneath the ocean, some of its inhabitants survived in caverns beneath the sea. Gene Audrey stumbles across the civilization now buried. The film cost $100,000 to make. The film was first a mini-serial being released in 12 chapters. The most popular films of the 1930s were The Invisible Man and Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein being made in 1935, a sequel to the original. In 1940 we had Dr. Cyclops, about a mad scientist in a South American jungle who miniaturizes his colleagues when his megalomania is threatened.
Toothless monster.
What are you going to do?
Sequels to popular sci-fi flicks in the 1930s would be made, like The Invisible Man Returns and The Invisible Woman. We also have the third installment of Flash Gordon, Conqueror of the Universe, a 12-chapter series.
What's your name? I'm John.
My name is Wan Ming.
Ming?
You pay me any dollar for war. This bullshit. This all bullshit.
Death to Ming!
In 1951 we had Howard Hawks and Christian's Nibbies. In 1951 we had Howard Hawks and Christian Nibs. In 1951 we had Howard Hawks and Christian Nibs, A Thing from Another World. The film now having 2 remakes, one in 1982 and one in 2011. One film was praised and the other was met with mediocre reviews. In 1951 we had the first iteration of The Day the Earth Stood Still, when an alien lands to tell the people of Earth that they must live in peace or be destroyed. The Day the Earth Stood Still won the award for the best promoting international understanding film. Godzilla was a Japanese film made in 1954 by Ishiro Honda. He also went on to direct Godzilla vs King Kong in 1962 and Destroy All Monsters in 1968. Godzilla was actually one of the first films to make use of such innovative film techniques, by having a man in a rubber Godzilla suit and miniature buildings crafted in intricate detail. A lot of films in the 1950s had underlying themes of war, Godzilla being one of those films with that underlying theme. Ishiro Honda never once showed Godzilla's feet while walking. Ishiro Honda really wanted to have Godzilla be a strong character, and having him stumbling about like an elephant made him look weak. The film was slowed down 3 times its regular speed to help sell the scale. Next up we have Forbidden Planet.
Come on in.
Didn't bring my bathing suit.
What's a bathing suit?
Oh,
about a starship crew that investigates the silence of a planet's colony, only to find 2 survivors and a deadly secret that one of them has. This film is definitely an inspiration for Star Trek, and Robbie Robot looks very similar to the robot in Lost in Space, which is yet to be made. The film won Best Special Effects at the Oscars, and Robbie Robot actually got his own spin-off film, The Invisible Boy.
A boy made invisible by mysterious scientific force.
In 1960 we had The Time Machine, which was directed by George Pal based on the novel written by H.G. Wells, creator of War of the Worlds. The globe in George's listening to the information rings was used in Forbidden Planet as the navigation sphere. In the same year, Village of the Damned was made, set in the village of Midwick. Children with blonde hair and glowing eyes are seen to have frightening powers. Apparently for the children on the set, the wigs they wore were padded out to make their heads look bigger and to be more intelligent looking, I guess. The title refers to the fact that when cuckoo birds lay their eggs, they deposit them into the nests of other unsuspecting birds, who then raise the cuckoo chicks as their own. Compounding the insidious nature of the process, the cuckoo chicks often kill their nestmates in competition for food and parental attention.
You're thinking about hurting us.
Now you're thinking, how did they know what I was thinking?
Now you're thinking, I hope that's shepherd's pie in my knickers.
Vincent Price is still the last survivor of a worldwide plague due to a mysterious immunity he acquired. This film again was remade in 2007 with Will Smith and I Am Legend, and it also went on to inspire loads of films like 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead. Unfortunately for people in the UK, they had to wait 2 years to see the film being premiered. Another adaptation of the book was The Omega Man with Charlton Heston in 1971. Next up in 1968 we have Planet of the Apes, directed by Franklin J. Schaffner.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
I think
Apparently during the filmmaking process of Planet of the Apes, the cast would usually hang about with what sort of species the monkey were. So the orangutans would hang about with the orangutans, apes with apes, and so on. Apparently this wasn't done deliberately, and it just kind of naturally happened. On the same year, Stanley Kubrick would release 2001 A Space Odyssey. After discovering a mysterious artifact buried beneath the lunar surface, mankind sets off on a quest to find its origins, with help from supercomputer HAL 9000.
I've heard people say that...
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't.
Too much of anything is not good for you.
Hey, stop! Why? I just don't get it. I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit. This is sickening.
Stanley Kubrick calculated that it would take one person 13 years to hand draw and paint all the mats needed to insert the assorted spacecraft into the starry backgrounds. Kubrick hired 12 other people and they did it in a year. Kubrick would have Vincent Armstrong build him a centrifuge that was 35 metres in diameter and cost about $650,000 to make, which was actually the same technique used in Nightmare on Elm Street, which I showed in this video here. Entering the 70s and we have another great film by Stanley Kubrick. Clockwork Orange is set in the future and about a sadistic gang leader who is imprisoned and is made to conduct aversion therapy. But that didn't stop people selling bootleg versions of the film. Even though it had extremely low quality, they were extremely popular. In 1973 we have Westworld. A robot's malfunction creates havoc and terror for unsuspecting vacationers at a futuristic, adult-themed amusement park. The film was written and directed by Michael Crichton, and it is said that the director John Carpenter based the indestructible nature of his killer Michael Myers in Halloween on Yul Brynner's character in the film. Similarly, Arnold Schwarzenegger used Brynner's performance as the basis of his performance in Terminator. Westworld has now been revamped as a TV series for new audiences in 2016 and is still ongoing. It is a wide misconception that Clockwork Orange was banned in the UK. It wasn't necessarily banned, it just wasn't being distributed, so you couldn't rent it or buy it in shops. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm hoping to do a part 2 of this just to expand on further, considering sci-fi has been such a huge influence on film. Don't forget to leave a like rating, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. As early as 1902, Voyage Dan's release. As early as 1902, Voyage Dan's Laloon was released by George Méliès. No, don't touch me there. I said it to my uncle, but he didn't seem to care.
no, no, don't touch me there, is what I told my uncle, but he didn't seem to care. It's my secret little spot, and I don't want to share. No, no, don't touch me there.